There's something about mornings when it's cool. You hear all the animals, they're all kind of waking up. I love it. Welcome to the Max. Hope you enjoyed the vlog today. If you're new to our channel, we have just about any animal you can think of on a farm, and we try to grow them organically, along with growing these massive gardens that you see. Most of them are tarped right now. So we hope that you will stay and enjoy the channel and subscribe below. Let's feed these animals. We're giving them a little probiotics this morning just because the grass is starting to subside. They've got a little grass, but not nearly as much as they had because we're getting into cooler temperatures, which is nice. So just look at this specimen, this gorgeous little Jersey heifer right here. Now he's bony, the little steer. But this is Josie. This is Allie's baby. She will be our future milk cow along with Allie, with her mama. But look at her. She is built phenomenally well. She's out of a Daddy-O and Allie, which are down here in the deer paddock. So they made a beautiful baby right here. She is gorgeous. Straight back, real full, thick body for a Jersey. Very pleased with her. So we gave them some probiotics on there. We give them some non-GMO feed just to give them some probiotics. Also, they don't have much flies on them, but we also make a little fly spray. We have a video of that if you want to know. But we put some fly spray on them, and that way they'll be good as gold for the day. It's early. What are you doing? Getting a water, or what for? So we have chickens here. We just butchered chickens down here, turkeys. Now we have another set of chickens here. So you have another set? What are they?
They're chickens.
I know they're chickens. Are they meat birds or laying hens?
Laying hens.
Laying hens. How many you got?
7.
7? Okay, so you're just gonna clean that water up since we don't have it for the meat birds anymore, huh?
And I'm sick of doing
filling the little ones, huh? All right, let's go clean it up. I hope they are. Word of wisdom too, just want to show you the difference. This first boar is uncut. He was the one that escaped and didn't have to get cut. The one behind him is the cut boar. Now they are the same age, from the same mama. That uncut boar is growing so much quicker than that cut boar. So we cut them because that's going to be a feeder, and this is going to be a daddy one day. But it shows that we're pushing all that testosterone and have all that masculinity. It's going to put more fat on, kind of like Daddy-O back there, or George back there. So, you know, that's just a word. I don't know if that would help you. Say we're going to, you know, cut them a little bit later. We cut these early, because we thought that was the right thing to do. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but he's not growing nearly as fast as the uncut boar. We just moved the pigs. Now these are the 3 mamas now, or the 3 girls. We know she is pregnant. She's showing. Now she was the last one with the daddy over there. Now these 2, they got 1 more month to try to be having babies. If they don't have babies within the month, they may not be able to get bred, and therefore they're going to butcher too. They are beautiful and huge. Me and Aiden were just talking about how big they were. However, we needed them as mamas, not just as a feeder. So we want them as breeders. So if they're not bred within the next few, or excuse me, if they're not having babies within the next few weeks, we're gonna take them to slaughter too. Today we're gonna plant these other rows. So we got the turnips growing here. They're doing good. They had a little bug issues, which we figured that being that we're planting them so warm. But we're having a great rain this week, and you see, with all of us doing that work and it's supposed to be some rain, I want to get these beds planted. So we got the weeds out of them. There wasn't much, but we got a few little weeds out of them. Broccoli's doing great. It's actually rocking. There's no bug issues with it so far. But we're going to plant probably 1 more row of broccoli, or maybe 2 more rows, and then the rest more greens. And we'll have it for us, but also for our animals. The pumpkin patch this year just did not do good. I don't know what it is. It had a lot of bug issues, which is kind of surprising. What's so funny is we had volunteer pumpkins everywhere, and they did great. But the actual pumpkin patch did not do good. So we're going to cover it up with silage tart spray over this week. we got our sweet potatoes out, which did okay. They were not great, but a decent harvest. But what's so funny is I hadn't covered it back up yet, so I cut it the other day, just weed eated it and mowed over it, and was fixing to cover it up and let that rest just be chopping drop all those vines. Well, what's so neat is they're growing back. So sweet potatoes grow until frost happens. So we're gonna let them grow. And if we get any more sweet potatoes off the roots that were left in there, so be it. That'd be great. So before it starts flooding, we're gonna go ahead and try to get these planted. Me and little man here, he wanted to come with me today. Can you say hey? Can you say hey? Will you wave at him? Will you wave? Okay, so you can see all I do when I plant my mustards, collards, turnips, any kind of green like that, we just simply go through with the back side of the rake and pull just the knob and make 3 trenches down each row. Now, that don't seem like that makes sense, but to be honest with you, I mean, look how good that's done. Now, we're not pulling full heads. When we grow our turnips and we grow our greens, we don't pull a head. We want it to be baby greens because we enjoy them more. Now, if you're a market gardener or something, of course you could do it different. But when it comes to us, what we like, this thing's like crooked. What we like is baby greens. So we plant them just like this. So all we do now is we'll come through and just scatter that seed right there on those beds, and then take that red rake that's kind of bent and go over it and pull it and make it smooth. And that way you'll have easy to do turnip greens. I mean, it's the easiest way to grow them to me. And especially, I say turnips. My favorite's collard and mustards. Probably collard's my favorite. But especially with some cornbread. Ooh, that's good. So anyways, we'll put them on there and then pull those rows, and then we'll be finished, and then we're gonna do some broccoli too. All right, again, so we got that planted. We're gonna go ahead and rake this down. You see our little makeshift row rake. You see how they're mounded? So now when we pull it in, it's gonna just kind of fold all that in. And when it folds it in, you're gonna have some beautiful rows. But you know, when people say, oh, well, it might be too thick. Well, if it is, just start weeding it out. I mean, what's the problem with that? You made it easy. It took me less than like 3 minutes to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20-foot rows. So that's pretty easy. So if you got some crowding and you don't get all of them, so what? You know, seed, I paid for that big monster sack of purple top and of collards and of the mustard. I literally paid $4 for a brown paper sack full of seed. There's probably, oh my gosh, there's probably tens of thousands of seeds in there. So I mean, I won't use half those. I won't use a third of those seeds just being free with these rows. So if you find it from a co-op, that's the best way to do it. Makes it easy and you're not killing yourself doing back-breaking work, because fall and winter garden is supposed to be really fun. I love it, so we try to make it easy. So that's a quick, we did that. We planted basically thousands of seed in less than about 10 minutes and covered it all back up, doing it that way. Quick, easy way to plant your fall garden. So last thing we're gonna do is plant some more broccoli on those 2 other rows. We've got 1 row of broccoli already planted. Y'all remember the video we did about planting earlier, just to try it out, mind change. So we're gonna do it. Basically what we do is we take our knob right here and basically just poke holes down the row. It's the easiest way to do it. Again, when you have soft, pretty good soil, makes it easy, and then you can plant it, get it finished, and then we have all this planted. And the last thing we'll lack is just putting some poly tarps down, our silage tarps down on the spots that we're not using. We got 1 more spot to cover it, which is the pumpkins, and then we'll work on the fall raised beds, and that's pretty much all our fall. We've got to work on some deer plots and things like that because we love deer meat, and we're really moving along for fall. I'm really excited. Got the pigs done, chickens butchered. So man, it's just been a good weekend, good week. Miss Elsa, but ultimately a very good start to fall as we got so much already done, and this has been absolutely gorgeous temperatures. If you're around Zone 8B in South Mississippi, we have had phenomenal weather. So I've enjoyed it. Okay, so the trial begins. We're gonna take these old beds that we had other things in. We're gonna try our hand at these fall potatoes. I doubt they work, but we got them. They're either gonna be pig feed or chicken feed anyway. Might as well try to plant them. So we're gonna try to plant them same way we always plant, and see if we can get a fall harvest. And if we get 10% or 20% or 30%, that's better than no percent at all. So All right, last chore of the day. It's been a long day, got a lot done. We're gonna move all these cows that's over here. These are all the mama cows and all the bred cows. And we're gonna move them all the way back over there for one last eating before we plant that in ryegrass. Come on, girl. There, girl. Look at that big old birdie. Hey, buddy, come on. Let's go. Turn around. Go. Come on. Hip, 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 hip. Hip, hip, hip. Come on, bud. Hip, hip.